Hi, my name is Christy Deal. I am the wife of Zachary Deal. He completed his cohort last April, so April 2019. I just wanted to take a minute to talk to you about his journey, both before and after SAW. Zach and I have been married for almost 10 years, and we met right after he got back from Iraq. And a couple years after that, we got married, and we started our family. We have two wonderful children, Oliver, who's now 7, and May, who is 5. Um, I didn't start noticing that there was really a problem um, with Zach until we started having children. I noticed that after our son was born, he just seemed really disconnected. Not disappointed, but just disconnected. And I think that really worsened after our daughter was born a year and a half later. Really not connecting with her at all, almost in a fearful state. We had moved into our second house, and after the stress of that move, that's when I really started to be worried for him. He was being more and more withdrawn, very angry. I noticed an uptick in his drinking, quite considerably, and I guess those were things I never really noticed before, because we live in Wisconsin and it really is, part of the culture. I had always had, just a back burner concern. I'm a mental health nurse by background, and I just, had noticed some things, but Zach had always been really good about reassuring me that he was okay, and, maybe he was just going through a funk at certain times. It wasn't until just before Christmas that we had a conversation with another SAW alumni, that just prior to him going, had presented Zach with the opportunity to send in his application. And I just noticed how interested Zach was in it. I noticed he had some reservations about it, but he was interested. And after we had a conversation about it, that's when things really started to come out. Just how unhappy he was with life, how fearful he was of life, and really just kind of came spewing out about how he doesn't like to be in public places, and how he's scared to be in public places. He's scared for our children, like an immense fear for our children. And I think that's, for me, when I really started to recognize, like, yes, this has been a thing all along, and I just never realized it. So Zach sent in his application, and he was, really had that attitude that, I have nothing to lose. This is something that can help. So I was hopeful, like, yes, we're going, taking a step in the right direction. He had been accepted to SAW and was waiting for his cohort to begin, and that's when his suicidal ideation really started. There was one night in particular that we were having a great time. We had a dance party in our kitchen with our kids, and then bam, it just stopped. I saw him sitting in our living room in complete dark, and he was sobbing. He goes, "I'm very scared of what my thoughts are." And he was very specific about killing himself, how he would do it, and how he would do it so it wouldn't be traumatic for our family. So luckily that was close to when his cohort started. He remained safe until his cohort started. And then he went. And I can categorically say that he came back a different man. Just some of the practices that he came home with and the tools that were given to him through SAW were just amazing. And I can say that it has taken us as a family to different areas of life that we never thought would be possible had it not been for SAW. Um, as a family, we try to be pretty regular in our meditation. That looks different for Zach, that looks different for me, that looks different for the kids. But we really try to implement that, um, and just seeing how dedicated Zach is to the program, to his weekly ACA meetings, and connecting with SAW alumni is pretty amazing to see. I will say that had it not been for SAW, I don't think that Zach would be around to enjoy the life he has now. So I am extremely grateful for SAW. I know my husband is extremely grateful for SAW, and our family is. So I just wanted to take a minute to share our, long journey in a short amount of time. Um, but I'm really appreciative of the program, and it's something that the Deal family can definitely stand behind. So thank you, SAW.